Coming up on this episode of the MD and Chef Team Show. Coming up on this episode of the MD and Chef Team Show. Michael and I really go with the 80-20 rule. If you can do it 80% of the time, you'll get there. You won't get there as fast, but I think you'll get there a lot less beat up and scarred if you just are kind to yourself and you stay on the ball towards your goal 80% of the time. Welcome to the show from the MD and Chef Team. I'm Dr. Isabel, medical doctor here at the MD and Chef Team. And who are you?
And I'm Chef Michael, culinary nutrition expert. I'm the chef part of the team.
And what are we going to talk about, babe? Now, I can say that because he's my husband.
Yes. Well, then we'll be talking about marriage, relationships, parenting, intimacy. We'll talk about mindsets of success, overcoming depression, anxiety. I'll be getting into functional nutrition, recipes and tips from the kitchen. And we're going to both get into how to live a long, healthy, vibrant life.
Yes, I love it. Our mission is to help you prevent and reverse disease and give you hope in the process. Oh yeah, we like to have fun too. So let's get on with the show.
Hello and welcome to the MD and Chef Team Show. That's the MD and Chef Team Show.
Blah, blah, blah.
Well, we stay natural here.
Yeah, we're very real.
Yes. And
raw and real.
Chef Michael here, and
I'm your Dr. Isabel. Welcome to the MD and Chef Team podcast.
Yeah, glad that you could join me today, my dear.
Thank you.
It's great to have you with me today. As always, I mean, husband and wife team. I guess we are together.
Yeah, for another 37 years.
Yeah, 43 and counting and continuing on for many, many more.
And when we do that, hon, we will have been together for 80 years.
Wow.
And I'll be 100 and you'll be 102.
102.
Wow. 37 more years.
Well, you're not putting a limit on me, are you?
No.
Can I keep going?
No, there's no time of expiration.
No time of expiration. No expiration date on it.
No, there
Fantastic.
is no expiration.
Well, there probably is, but I'm not going to put it on there myself.
Yeah. Gosh.
I've been working on not putting an expiration date on myself.
That leads us into what we're talking about today.
It does somewhat.
Yeah, what a good segue.
So today we want to have a chat with you about why is consistency so important to brain health? Consistency. Yes, I know. Oh, before you turn off, hang in there. Now, I know we hear this word consistency. Oh, I got to be consistent. But for Isabel and I, we know how important it is for ourselves personally, but also with the clients we work with. I would say this could be one of the biggest challenges that anybody has.
Yeah.
Is they get started, they get going, and life always comes, whether we want it to or not. I mean, it's just going to happen. And it's that consistency part where people seem to struggle with. You know, they might go at it for a week or a couple months even, but then kind of fall off for a little bit and then have to come back or maybe even not continue. And that's the hardest part when we're looking at creating especially optimal brain health and a healthy brain, is in staying consistent to the habits that we know we need to have. Now, that doesn't mean every day, 365 days a year, but I'm just saying overall, we're consistent with the habits we need to stick with. Have you seen that to be a problem at times with people?
And us.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, let's bring us in, babe. Bring us in. Yeah, I mean,
I'm people.
Yeah, I'm people, and that's why we're here talking to people like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not joking around with this. I'm sorry. It's just, I know that laughter really makes learning a lot better. So that's why I bring in a lot of laughter. But I'm not making fun of this. If you're struggling through something that you really want to achieve, you got to get consistent. Now, do you need to do it 100% of the time? I'm really not into being perfect. Michael and I really go with the 80-20 rule. If you can do it 80% of the time, you'll get there. You won't get there as fast, but I think you'll get there a lot less beat up and scarred if you just are kind to yourself and you stay on the ball towards your goal 80% of the time. one idea that Michael and I have implemented within the last year for 2023 is in the morning, we wake up and we hug each other for 20 seconds. And sometimes that's like the last time we touch each other until nighttime.
I don't think so.
Yeah, pretty much on the way our day
activities.
Yeah, but we're not really. Anyway, we're not going to go into there. But one of the things we make sure we do is we just get up and we just hug each other. And it's like a connection, it's contact. It's okay. We're here. Let's do this day together. Okay. And that we've really gotten into the consistent habit of doing that.
Yeah.
Knowing that you and I are united front in whatever happens in our life. Now, did we do that for the first 42 years of being married? No, we didn't. But we realized more and more was coming at us and we were going towards more and more goals. And we really needed to kind of like unite in the first part of the day and say, okay, we are together on this.
Yeah.
So we've gotten good at that.
Yeah.
Not 100% of the time. Sometimes I'm like, I just want to get my coffee. I didn't have a good night's sleep. I need my coffee. And then we don't touch each other.
And now just a disclaimer, you don't have a timer on those 20 seconds. You're kind of speaking. It's around 20 seconds. Okay. There's no timer on.
No. And there is no box for me to tick on Google Calendar. Hug Michael.
Yeah. Hug Michael 20 seconds on the calendar and the timer goes ding. Okay. That's enough. Onward. Where's my coffee?
Oh, babe.
Just a disclaimer, everybody no, this wasn't like some timing thing, I mean, if you need to do that, okay, but no, that's not what we're doing. One of the things
But you do pat me on the back like, okay, that's enough.
Well, some days, it just depends what's going on.
Yeah, some days I'm just hanging on.
Yeah, some days it's like, okay, I
don't want to let go.
Pick you up off the floor, but that's good. But hey, we're here for each other, as we know.
We do, yeah.
With consistency, one of the things I've found is it creates that momentum. It really gets the ball rolling. We all have heard of this thing called momentum. And the real key with momentum is if you are looking to achieve, and we're talking about brain health specifically here today, but if you're looking to optimize your brain health and have a healthy brain and create those habits to do it, then you're creating a momentum. You're creating a routine. You're creating the habits. And as you get that momentum going with it, now it doesn't become like, oh, do I really have to? Oh, do I have to think about that? Oh, what do I got to do? Now you create, it's like we as adults, we wake up in the morning and we brush our teeth. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's not something we even think about. We brush our teeth. We just do it. Mm-hmm. But when we were about 4 years old, we weren't thinking, oh, when I wake up, I'm going to brush my teeth. Well, it was a habit that we started to form because hopefully our parents taught us that we needed to do that a few times a day. But it didn't just happen right away. We created a momentum. And of course, that becomes years for a kid to understand, I have to do this thing. And so,
or else you get to go sit in the dentist chair.
You get to go sit in the dentist chair about the time you're 5 or 6 with all kinds of cavities. Yeah. So hopefully your parents have done a good job of that. So what you're doing is creating that momentum with consistency that now it becomes, oh, this is what I do. This is what I do. And which leads into routine. Routine is not a bad word. Yes, we don't want to have every day just, the old saying, Groundhog Day, that exactly the same, exactly the same, exactly the same. But we do, as far as creating health, or a healthy brain, healthy body, healthy mind, we do have to have some kind of a routine where we're creating positive habits that help us to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. But you got to have a powerful thought to help create that powerful habit.
Yes.
You got to think, oh, I got to brush my teeth because this habit's going to help me have beautiful, bright, white, shiny teeth instead of having to end up with or else if you don't do that, then you have a negative thought that results in a negative habit of cavities ending up in the dentist chair. Sorry, dentist, but I personally don't like going to see you. It's no fun at all. But I don't have to go see you anymore because I have created good habits.
But you do for the regular checkups.
Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah.
Yes.
And those are okay.
Yeah. And that's fine.
Yeah.
Now you were saying there about having those productive thoughts. Mm-hmm. Well, I go back to the consistency because as we talked about, that creates the momentum, which creates the routine. And that does create those great thoughts, because what you are doing now is you are overcoming resistance, because that's the thing then we start to hit if we don't create momentum, because we will have resistance. There will be resistance in life. Mm-hmm. And the resistance is usually ourselves.
Absolutely.
Now there's outside factors, circumstances or life will come at you as resistance. And then those thoughts of ours become resistance. So when we have that momentum, we're creating a good routine. I know that in the morning, I have to take time, and I suggest this for everybody and anybody out there, is we have to take time to set ourselves up properly for the day. If I wake up and I just launch into the day, grab a cup of coffee and zoom into work mode, then the resistance of the day is going to come at me. Stuff's going to happen. The world's going to come on me, and I could be overwhelmed and not doing very well thinking wise quickly. Whatever that would be for you, I highly suggest, even if it's 5 minutes to an hour, whatever time you got in the morning, but you've got to set yourself up in a productive thought way in the morning to get set for the day, because the stuff's going to come at you.
Absolutely.
So being consistent, creating that momentum and a routine helps you to overcome the resistance that's going to come at you.
Absolutely. Or I say the kapows.
The kapows
of life that go, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And doing all this then creates a predictability. Predictability is the things that are going to happen, where you're going to end up.
Good, babe.
So when we're not being consistent, it's going to be predictable that it's not going to be a good outcome. But when we're being consistent and we've got a momentum going and we've created a routine and we're overcoming resistance and moving toward those things we want to achieve, now we're creating a positive predictability to where we're going to go.
And you're going to win.
Yes.
Because we all want to win.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
You want to win. So do this to get the win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a whole chain of events that starts with consistency.
Bottom line.
That creates momentum.
100%.
100%. That saying that's out there everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, 100%, 100%, 100%.
Yeah. So the consistency creates the momentum that then creates a routine that then creates that overcoming of resistance,
right?
Which creates a positive predictability, which is what we want.
Which is the win.
Which is the win.
Right.
So it's all starts a chain reaction of effects to getting where we want to go.
That's right. Great equation.
So it starts with the consistency.
So your prescription for today, are we closing here?
Yeah.
All right. We're coming in for a landing. Whereas our daughter Haley goes, coming in hot, Mom. So your prescription for today is be consistent.
Yeah.
80-20.
80-20.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you can go to 90, okay. As long as it doesn't make you go
crazy
too much that you go, I'm burned out.
If 90-10 is overwhelmed for you, then just come down to 80-20.
Yeah.
Because there's some weeks where I can be like 99%
on. Yeah.
But then, man, then I have to really rest.
Right. Because life circumstances come at you. And some weeks you can only give in 80% as far as staying as consistent with those habits.
Right.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Thanks for joining us today at the MD and Chef Team Show. Like and subscribe. We'd love to have you back. And we are here to serve you well. And my dear, you want to sign us off?
Yeah. I love doing this with you. So much fun. Thank you for inviting me to our podcast. Before we go, please remember to remain unstoppable. Talk to you later.
Bye for now.
Hello, Chef Michael here. If you enjoyed today's episode, we would love it if you subscribed to the podcast and left us a review. Hello, Chef Michael here. If you enjoyed today's episode, we would love it if you subscribed to the podcast and left us a review.